Hi, I'm Ryanne Cunningham. I'm owner of Flow Yoga Studio and author of Yoga for Athletes. Today I'm going to break down triangle pose, which is called Trikonasana in yoga. And I have Trikonasana, the triangle pose, in my book Yoga for Athletes. And what chapter I have that under is hamstring specifically. So I'm going to show you how you can break down your triangle pose for your body and really target that hamstring stretch while you're in class. So to start, I'm going to have you start out with the right foot. And you're going to step your right foot forward and also the left foot back, and have your feet, both feet about maybe your leg width distance apart. So your back foot, I'm going to have your back heel angle. So have that heel past your pinky toe. So that's how much of an angle you have it. Your front heel is in line with the back foot arch or heel, somewhere within that inch span. Okay, so once you have that balance, make sure your right foot, the toes are pointing to the top of your mat. Once you have this balance, I like to focus on this left hip a little bit more. You want to be able to take this left hip, rotate the hip forward, and notice my frontal bones. As I rotate this hip forward, my frontal bones are also turning, my torso is turning. My gaze is a little bit more towards the upper left corner of my mat. So this is going to stabilize your sacrum area, your low back area, to specifically target this right hamstring. Okay, so when we do that, your hips, you do want to take your hips and shift them back. So just kind of like feel like you're moving them back a little bit, kind of like a little bit of a dance. Move your hips back, move them forward. Kind of find a little bit of movement like this. So when the crease of this right hip moves back, this left hip is a little bit more forward. Now we're going to kind of target a little bit more of that middle hamstring of your right leg. So now your gaze is going to be more at that right foot. Now the ball of your right big toe, that's this right here, not the big toe, just underneath that. You want to add a little bit more pressure into the ball of that right big toe. And at the same time, your hips are pushing back. Outer edge of that back foot is firmly pressing down. Take your right arm, extend the right arm forward. So notice as I'm reaching my right arm forward, my right side body's long. It's not lifting or curving. You don't want this, you want length. So feel that length, like your right rib cage is trying to reach forward with your right hand. And as you push this right hip back, roll this left hip forward a little bit, lengthen your right side body, just keep reaching, reaching. You'll start to feel this right hamstring. And then you're going to relax this right arm down, and don't worry about touching the floor. It doesn't matter about touching the floor. The shin bone is probably your target. Some people, it's nice to have a block. Having that block will help with your balance a little bit more. There's no right, there's no wrong. Find what's best for your body. But once you maintain the pressure of that ball, that right big toe, right hip going back, spine lengthening, left arm's going to reach up to the ceiling. So be able to broaden the collarbones, stack your shoulders, keep that right hip firmly pressing back, left outer foot pressing down. Now we're just going to add one more step to this. Ball of that front big toe is pressing down, right hip back. Now add this right knee, just the tiniest movement. Rotate that right knee to the right, lengthen your spine, stack your shoulders, and eventually try to get the focal point to your left thumbnail. And try to hold for maybe about 5 to 10 breaths, maybe 10 to 15 seconds. And to exit, gaze back down, bend your right knee, and lift up to standing. Lock it out, shake it out, and then do the same thing with the left side. So I hope that helps. Give it a try, and make sure you do both sides to keep the body even. Thank you. Namaste.